A hot summer day. A blue sky and large columns of summer clouds. The wafting breeze. The droning voice of the cicadas. The voice of cicadas. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I thought that was just going to be repeated ad nauseum. I've noticed that the visual novel likes to do that, where it just repeats the words over and over again. I think it's supposed to, symbolize Shiki going insane or something, but I'm not too sure. So loud, I want to die. Cicada shells are lying in the clearing, as if the sun is right by my side. The clearing is roasting. A hot midsummer's day, as if the entire world became a frying pan. Whoa! Okay, I really am not going to do that again. I'm not doing it again. I must maintain my dignity. Akiha is crying. A child lies collapsed at her feet. His white shirt is painted red with blood and he doesn't move at all. I'm looking down at that. My hands are red, just like that child on the ground. No, that's not it. These hands are red with the blood of that child. Akiha! The adults are coming. What in the... The adults take Akiha away. The child lies there, dead. Alone by himself. Or alone by myself. The adults press the hands which killed the child to the ground. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling at me. They shout my name, the one who killed the child. Those two syllables, shouting as if they went crazy. Those two syllables, I wonder what that could be. I wonder what name has two syllables. Well, I know Akiha has two syllables, but what else? Just those two syllables. Those adults call me Shiki, as my hands are stained in red. Okay, well, they outright say it, so that's good at least. So it's not like, oh, I wonder who that could be. It's not predictable at all. I have no idea. Shiki-sama, if you do not get up now, you shall be late. Wake up. Or please wake up. Hearing my own name called, I awaken from a deep dream. A very strange one at that. Hisue? Yes. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisue bows deeply. Autumn sunlight shines in through the window. This is unmistakably my room. Hisue. Oh yeah, Hisue also has two syllables. Kohaku... I guess, is that two syllable? I don't know. Most people I think everybody in this mansion has two syllable names. Shiki-sama, are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. I just had a terribly nostalgic dream, but I can't remember the details that well. What was it? I can't remember. Hisue tilts her head slightly. Well, there's no point in telling Hisue. The dream, what kind of dream was it? A dazzling white, bright enough to bring tears to my eyes, and furiously gushing spots of red. Something like an inauspicious dream. Shiki. Yes? What is it, Shiki-sama? It's nothing. I'm sorry, I just like to talk in all caps sometimes. I'll go straight to the dining room. With a nod, Hisue walks to the door. I don't know if you guys remember, but from the other routes, Roa... Or, I think it was Roa, but I think if I remember correctly, he talked in all caps sometimes whenever he talked, or whenever he was talking to Shiki. So, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. With a nod, Hisue walks to the door. I think. Clack, clack, clack. Hisue's footsteps are louder than usual. Just as she's about to leave the room, she turns back. Shiki-sama, forgive me for asking. What time did you return last night? Yesterday. Quite late at night. Shiki-sama, you said your return would be at 4 o'clock. I assume the schedule changed? I remember. Yesterday morning I told Hisue that she should expect me at 4. I'm sorry. Things happened, and I didn't make it back. I will be prompt from now on, and it would be great if you could overlook it this time. Yeah, sorry, I was held up by some crazy vampire chick. No, it is not necessary for you to say such a thing, Shiki-sama. Akiha's gonna be like, you got some splaining to do. It is the duty of us servants to work in accordance with the schedules of our masters. However, I humbly request that you at least contact us. Whatever the circumstances, you should be able to let us know. You're right. Sorry. I'll keep my promise from now on. I understand. Then please excuse me. That was rare. Hisui seemed pretty angry. She's always so expressionless. It seemed she gets extremely angry when she does get angry. As if I did something really terrible. Well then, time to get up. Pulling away the sheets, I get up. At that moment, my body aches terribly. The pain, it's not from the gash in my shoulder. It's from a much deeper place, aching with my heartbeat. Clenching the sheets, I somehow weather the pain. It fades away. There's nothing lingering. Perhaps it's just a sudden fit? Chest wound. I touch my chest over my cloth. There is a great scar there, and even now that it is healed, at times it still hurts like it did just now. The doctor said the physical wound is healed, but that the mind must be replaying the pain over and over again. It's a phantom pain. Usually, the scar begins throbbing after I see a traffic accident or something dead. The image of blood or death must make me recall the accident 8 years ago. Because of last night, I guess. The red back alley. And that normal, smiling face of Yumizuka. Oh yeah, that was totally normal. My chest hurts. The image of Yumizuka doesn't leave my mind. But I don't know what I should do. What I can do. I can only live my everyday life. Shit. Swearing at myself, I roll out of bed. After changing out of my pajamas and into my school uniform, I head to the sitting room. Akiha and Hisui are in the sitting room. Kohaku-san is probably in the kitchen cooking my breakfast. Good morning, Nissan. Sitting on the sofa, Akiha greets me and looks at my expression. Morning. I'm sorry about yesterday. Returning her greeting, I head to the dining room. There really isn't that much time for me to stay and chat with Akiha, and I don't really feel like talking to anyone at all. Nissan, I would like to speak to you with you a little. Is that alright? Alright, but please make it short since I don't have much time. I sit on the sofa across from her. Continuing last night's talk, Nissan, what were you doing yesterday? Akiha asks me with a direct stare. Of course she's going to continue that conversation. Nothing. Just went for a walk in town. I'm sorry for getting back so late, but it's no big deal. Since I don't want to lie to Akiha, I answer as evasively as possible. Just walking the streets is something. You are still a minor, so please do not wander out late at night. Even if you weren't, there would have been a lot of disturbances going on. Disturbances. The killer skulking around the town at night. Why? Why didn't I realize? The killer that murders people and drinks their blood. That phrase perfectly matches Yumizuka's behavior yesterday. I shouldn't have to say this, but you shouldn't strain your body. If you come back with an exhausted face like last night's again, I'll get worried. If you're in trouble, please tell me. I may not be able to do much, but if you could... I don't want to think about it, but... Yumizuka could be the killer terrorizing the town. Nissan, are you listening to me? Yeah. I'm listening. I hear Akiha's voice, but the only thing in my mind is the image of Yumizuka from yesterday. Akiha glares at me. So? You can't talk about your situation, Nissan? Yeah, it has nothing to do with you, Akiha. Damn! Right now, I can only think of Yumizuka. I want to be alone, and so I said that. You're going to keep going your own way? Is that what you're saying, Nissan? I understand. Well, please feel free. If that's what you want, Nissan, I'll do the same. Akiha stands and walks out to the lobby. Shiki-sama? Is this acceptable? Acceptable? Is what acceptable? I believe Akiha-sama is deeply concerned about you, Shiki-sama, but I think it is difficult for her since she does not often talk about her feelings. I know. Oh yeah, well guess who else doesn't often talk about their feelings? Pot calling the kettle black. I know why she doesn't, but Akiha doesn't really... Well, I guess she kind of has an excuse. Still. Hypocrite. I know, but right now my head's full, and I can't... I do feel sorry. Hisui falls silent. Shiki-san! Breakfast! Kohaku-san's voice can be heard from the dining room. I stand up and head towards it. Shiki-sama, around what time will you be returning today? Since today's Saturday, no. It'll probably be in the evening. There's something I want to look for. I understand. Please take care until then. She bows deeply. After Hisue sees me off, I leave the mansion. There was no point coming to school. Yumizuka Satsuki was treated as an absentee, and no one seemed to be in the slightest bit concerned about her. Time passed without my realizing it. Perhaps Arihiko or CL Senpai came by sometime, but I don't really remember. Noon comes, and school ends. I have no idea, but I still have to look for Yumizuka. Oh, this is gonna be something we're probably gonna end up regretting. I'm gonna say that right now. Go search for Yumizuka, search around the school, or search around the city. I don't know, like, I feel like it's pretty obvious that we should be searching for Yumizuka, but... well, it's already obvious she's not at school. I don't think she's gonna be there. It's more than likely she's gonna be in the city, but... I don't know, I feel like search for Yumizuka is the correct option because these two are just... I don't know, they feel like the wrong choices, especially the second one. I know the second one's wrong. The third one, I'm not so sure about the third one. The third one could probably fuck us up, so I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling here. I'm guessing they're wanting us to just say search for Yumizuka. I'm hoping I'm not wrong. Even if I am wrong, we can just load the save, so... that is if we get a dead end or a bad end. Damn. We pretty much looked all day. The sun sets. Even after running everywhere in town, there's no sign of Yumizuka Satsuki anywhere. I bite my lip angrily. But it's not anger over not finding her. 2 days ago, I'm mad at myself for promising such a thing in the first place. Help me when I'm in a pinch, okay? Yumizuka said that, and I answered lightheartedly. I would help, as much as I could. Such an irresponsible answer. There's really nothing I can do. She said it hurt. I can't even find Yumizuka, painfully suffering in the cold darkness. The sun is setting. I don't want to admit it, but maybe I can only find Yumizuka after nightfall. I told Hisue I'd be back in the evening. Perhaps it's too early. I'll go back to the mansion and calmly think this through. Yeah, that might be your best bet, really. Welcome home, Shiki-sama. I'm back. Hisue, where's Akiha? Akiha-sama has remained at school for certain formalities. Since she shall be late, we are to have supper first. Certain formalities, huh? Akiha's school probably has lots of formalities, as it is a top-tier school for young ladies. I'll go wait in my room until supper time, and I'll head down when it's ready. Yes, please rest until I call you. I turn my back to the bowing Hisue and walk toward my room. Let's think about this crazy woman who's turned into a vampire and might be killing people. After supper, I sit down on my bed. The clock's hands showed 9 o'clock. Since leaving the mansion after 8 is forbidden, I cannot go outside any longer. You could sneak outside, but that's merely a rule. If I feel like it, I can easily go outside. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow, Tono-kun. Oh, damn it. We're gonna have to save again. I'm okay. Maybe what we should do is, we should probably create, well, this might confuse me if we have a third save slot. Let's just save over this. We should be fine if we just save over this. Hopefully. I mean, either way, I could just easily get back to this point by using the little fast forward trick that you can usually use in visual novels by hitting control. Pretty much fast forwards everything. You can easily get back to this point anyway, so it wouldn't be a big deal if we died here. I should go look for Yumizuka. It's obviously what we should do. I just can't let her be. I know that looking for Yumizuka is dangerous. No matter what her reason is, she did kill that many people. But I can't let it go. That way home in the sunset. I cannot forget the last word she said. I'll go. Obsessing over it won't do any good. I change clothes and slip my knife into my pocket. I tiptoe out of the mansion, and so as not to wake Akiha or the others. The lights in the lobby are out. It's a dark, lonely place, perfect for a secret departure. Creak, creak. I go down the stairs, which creak only when they shouldn't, and walk quietly to the door. And... Nissan? You're going out at this hour? Oh! We got caught! Oh shit, what's going on? What's gonna happen? Already in the lobby, Akiha speaks quietly. Akiha, so you got back, huh? Yes, just a little while ago. But anyway, what are you doing, Nissan? You've changed your clothes, so it appears you're going out. Akiha gazes intently at me. It's not a look of blame. It's merely gazing at me uneasily. You're going to go out and get hurt again, like last night. Aren't you, Nissan? I'm sorry. A friend of mine is in trouble. I can't let it go. I see. I'm sure you're going to go even if I stop you, Nissan. Yeah, but I won't do anything dangerous. I'm just going to check it out a bit. I'm sorry to cause trouble like this when I've only just come home. Saying so, I begin walking out. A soft voice comes from behind me. Nissan. A weak voice, so unlike Akiha's usual tone. It's just like her voice from 8 years ago, tinged with unease. Akiha? You'll come back, won't you? Akiha's weak, vulnerable face. But like Akiha's childhood face, it's close to tears. What are you talking about? I'm only going out for a moment. You shouldn't make a face like that. I know, but it's okay. I'll come right back. I'm sorry, Akiha. I've always been causing you trouble. Nissan! Ignoring Akiha's voice behind me, I leave the mansion. Outside, a moonlit night. Perhaps because I saw Akiha's unsettled expression. For some reason, I feel I may never return here. Oh shit. That's kinda ominous. I arrive at the shopping district. If Yumizuka's anywhere, she'll most likely be here. It's because the murder victims are found near the shopping district. Damn it, what am I thinking? I curse my own logic. But, at least I'm more likely to find her here than anywhere else. Putting all thoughts aside, I start to look around for Yumizuka. Yeah, I really don't know what looking around the shopping district or the school would have gotten us. Well, I think looking around the school probably would have gotten us a dead end, because if you guys remember, there's kind of a vampire roaming around the school at night, so we would have been screwed. How long has it been? There's no sign of Yumizuka, not in the back alleys nor in the crowds. I rest my body, burning from all the running. It's almost midnight. It might be useless to keep looking around. Where is she gone? I start walking again. There's only one place I haven't looked yet. I'll give up after my body really can't move anymore. Leaving the brightly lit main street behind, I arrive at the park. Be careful, Shiki, you have anemia, remember? Because of the serial killings recently, there's not a soul to be seen around here. Even though I can't imagine Yumizuka being here, it's the only place left to look. I know I couldn't be running around like this. I'm fucking type 1 diabetic. I'd pass out within, like, I don't even know if I'd be able to do it for an hour, just running around the shopping district. The park is empty at night. There isn't a sound under the moonlight. I don't know why, but a chill runs through me. Sst. The back of my head numbs. A horrible chill, as if my body freezes to my fingertips. I try to catch my breath. In contrast to my cold body, my throat is scorching. It's dry with thirst. I put my hand in my pocket. I just wanted a blade in my hand. Why? Just a faint headache. A low temperature. My mind is cool like ice. Something is strange. This park, it feels like something bad is around here. A little more till I reach the center of this park. I shake the headache off and walk deeper in. There's no one around. A terribly dark and lonely place to meet someone. There, someone is crouched, breathing raggedly, her face pale white as she scratches her throat in pain. Without a doubt, it is Yumizuka Satsuki. I wonder if it's Satsuki or Satsuki. That's actually a good question. I think I want to say Satsuki, but I'm not too sure. Yumizuka! I guess there is the joy of finally finding her. Not thinking about last night, I run towards her. Wait! Yumizuka stops me with just a word. Wait, Shiki-kun. I'm glad you came, but I don't want you any nearer right now. Please don't come any closer. Her breathing looks painful. Her body convulses as she speaks, as if it's about to collapse any second now. Don't be stupid. I'm not going to leave someone looking as painful as you alone. No, I'm okay. You came, so I'm fine now. Forcing herself up, Yumizuka smiles at me. It seems like a show of bravado, but I can't approach her. I do at least understand that Yumizuka doesn't want me near her. What's going on, Yumizuka? Why haven't you been home? What was that all about? What was that about yesterday? Why that... That what? Damn it. I don't know. I really don't understand anything, Yumizuka. Really? You saw what happened yesterday. I told you I killed those people, didn't I? She answers frankly. It's almost as if she's laughing at my feelings of denial. Then, the recent killings in town were all you're doing, Yumizuka? I don't like to say it, but that's the way it is, yeah. What the hell do you mean? That's the way it is? It's just the way it is. I killed those people, and I'll keep on doing the same thing. I can't just lie about it, can I? Yumizuka, you... Please, stop calling me that. I'm calling you Shiki-kun, so it's only fair for you to call me by my first name, too. What? I take a deep breath. Yumizuka is still like before. Even though she acts like she used to, she says some pretty scary things. When I think about it, I look foolish. I could never talk to you like this for all the years I watched you from afar. Yumizuka? I was always watching you, Shiki-kun. Even before I was saved in that warehouse, I was always watching you. I'm really a coward. I always just agreed with the people around me and smiled when it seemed right. Before I knew it, everyone was treating me like an idol. So school wasn't fun for me. But that changed after you talked to me in the second year of junior high, Shiki-kun. Nah. It's not something you'd remember. How can I put it? You were always natural, never showing off. Probably you didn't even think about what you said back then. What can I say? Just as Yumizuka says, I remember nothing. I don't know what I said to her, or even if I'd talked to her back then. It's okay. Don't make a face like that. You were only hanging out with Inoue-kun, so it was normal for you to ignore other classmates. But that was okay. I was happy just being in the same class as you, Shiki-kun. It was my goal to talk to you and let you call me Yumizuka-san. Now that I think about it, it was too small of a wish. She recalls nostalgically. Those ancient days. Like she's remembered something that happened a long time ago. I was always watching you. I knew you'd never notice me, but I watched you anyway. Senpai, why don't you notice me? Well, he wasn't her senpai, but still, it's pretty much the same thing. Well, to be honest, I'm happy, but... Do you like me, Shiki-kun? How can I answer her right now? Oh, fuck. This is a hard question, man. I don't know how to answer this question, I really don't. I like her, I hate her, I can't answer. Well, being that I know what happens in this route, I feel like the third option is probably what we want to go for. I know it would probably hurt her feelings, but it's better to say this than to say I hate her or I like her, actually. And I'm not going to spoil why it's bad to say that we like her, but we're going to go with option 3. I feel like that's probably the best choice. Yumizuka, I can't answer. Maybe this makes me a horrible person, but those are my true feelings. I never had any special feelings for my classmate Yumizuka Satsuki. I'm only here because of what happened on the way home 2 days ago left such an impression on me. I couldn't just forget about it. I thought so. You never even knew I existed, so you couldn't have fallen in love with me. Ah! Yumizuka's body trembles. Breathing painfully, she falls to her knees. A choking sound. Squatting on the ground, Yumizuka coughs heavily and spits out a lump of blood. Yumizuka? This time, I rush near her. Yumizuka, are you okay? Yumizuka! I put my hand on her heaving shoulder. I feel a chill. Even through her clothes, I can feel the coldness of her body. Stupid! You're freezing! What are you doing out in the open on a night like this? Shiki-kun. Her voice is hollow as she says my name. Yumizuka collapses against me. As she pants, her warm breath brushes my skin. Yumizuka? It's okay if you don't like me, Shiki-kun, because I really didn't understand you at all until now either. Yumizuka speaks as she coughs. It's alright, don't talk. I'll take you to a hospital. But I understand now who you are and what you want to do. I really understand now. Because... Because I became like you, Shiki-kun. Saying that, Yumizuka sinks her teeth into my neck. Oh, shit. Fading. My consciousness is fading. Yumizuka's fangs dig into my neck. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, I'm kind of like... I skipped through some things. I'm not sure if we're getting a dead end here. I guess we'll see. I don't know, because this looks like it might be a dead end. There are no thoughts. I know I'll die if I stay like this, but I can't even... All the same. From somewhere beyond my mind, my blood begins to boil. Yumizuka. Both my arms push her back out of pure reflex. Okay, so I don't think so. I don't think this is a dead end. It kind of seemed that way, so... I basically, the things that I skipped were him saying, like, oh, she's sucking my blood now. And because she was doing that, I was like, well, we're fucked. She falls right on her behind. What are... I stand up, but I can't. I'm so exhausted I can barely even lift an arm. Yumizuka sits, as if in a drunken stupor. I can't see her face clearly. Everything dims as my consciousness fades. I can't control my body either. All that exists is the pain in my neck. Blood gurgles forth. Yumizuka's teeth marks remain in my neck. And through those two deep holes, something black is being poured into my body. In my veins. Somewhere beyond my reach, the black thing violates my whole body. As a small piece of the black thing grows into my veins, my body burns inside. A pain as if my spine is about to be ripped out. In pain, I claw at the ground, but there is no relief. I cannot move since Yumizuka's drained everything out of me, and the pain pours into me like a black snake. I cannot move, so the black thing crawls and twists as it pleases inside of me. I clutch at the ground. With glazed eyes, Yumizuka looks at me. Yumizuka, what have you... It's okay. It only hurts at first. First it hurts, but when the blood mixes, it should die down. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I poured my blood in properly, so you won't collapse and crumble away like those failures last night. You will only look at me from now on. Yumizuka whispers joyfully. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I'm saying that I'm making both of us the same, Shiki-kun. Sucking people's blood instead of eating normal food, nocturnal, unable to walk under the sun. You're going to be a different creature. What is that? Ridiculous. That's just like... Yeah, like a vampire. I didn't really understand how I became this way either. 2 nights ago, I went out to check the rumor that you were walking around in the shopping district every night, and then when I came to, I was lying down in that back alley. Back then, I thought it was just cold, dark, and painful. But it's strange. After a while, after my body has changed completely, I understood a lot of things. My body hurts because it's being destroyed very fast, and the sunlight acts like a catalyst for that. And if I want to stop the destruction, I need the genetic information of the same type of living organism as myself. Yeah, I didn't understand the logic that well, but it was plain enough what I had to do. I was cold, and it was lonely by myself. I didn't want to disappear, so I just grabbed at a random person and sucked his blood. And you know what? It was really delicious. The pain went away, and I thought I could do anything. But it was so nice that before I realized it, it was all gone. The man was all shriveled up, like a mummy, and I felt really bad. I thought to myself that I was turning into a monster, both in mind and in body. But I had to do it in order to live. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. I suck blood the same way you people eat animals. So I decided not to think about it too deeply. What is this? Is it okay to kill other people in order to live? But it seems I've become a proper vampire. Tonight's meal was quite fun. Until now, I've been sucking blood since I was cold and in pain. But now that I'm getting the hang of sucking blood, it's becoming more interesting. You understand, don't you, Shiki-kun? You are a much better killer than I am. What? What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I was always watching you, so I know your gentle side and your scary side. I never talked to you because I didn't understand your scary side. But I understand now. You're the same as me. It doesn't matter if you like or hate people. You could kill anyone, right? Don't be ridiculous. I've never even once had that thought. I'm not being ridiculous. I never understood the fragile air about you. But now my body has changed, and I can understand. Shiki-kun, just you being there is flirting with death. There are natural-born killers in this world, but even among them, you are the best. You know, I was really happy yesterday. It was the first time I was happy after becoming this way. Because I finally understood you, Shiki-kun. I never really knew you before. Shiki-kun, you're the same, right? You see someone, and for no reason your heart throbs and your throat goes dry. That's a lie. That feeling, I've never... I can't say I never had it. See? A pure homicidal impulse without the influence of emotion. Your fragile side, which I always wanted to understand. I forgot to say one more thing. A vampire is someone whose blood has been sucked by a vampire, right? That's true, you know. To be precise, the person whose blood has just been sucked dies. Vampires pour their own blood into their victims as they drink to turn them into their own. So what was in your blood back then was my blood. Standing up, Yumizuka says this with satisfaction. So, this is your blood, huh? The black thing that still defiles my body. It's not even a mouthful, but it still causes unbelievable pain, enough to drive me to madness. Well, I guess that's long enough. Stand up, Shiki-kun. I hear Yumizuka's command. The pain fades. Feeling returns to my limbs and I can finally stand up. Good. From now on, we'll always be together, Shiki-kun. Now, come here. Come by my side, hold my hand, and make me feel better. She holds out her hand. Thump. My heart pounds and my legs begin to move, but they don't go forward. They move backward. What is that face? Oh god. Shiki-kun? Yumizuka's voice is perplexed. Thump. My heart throbs. My throat becomes dry. Every nerve in my body recognizes the person in front of me as an enemy. I start to breathe harder. This feeling. Desperately, I endure the poison of Yumizuka's blood and the boiling impulse arising in my body. Why? Hey, why aren't you doing what I tell you to do? Thump. My heart beats. Is this the impulse Yumizuka was talking about just a while ago? Thump, thump. My heart beats loudly, as if it was repeatedly ordering me to kill, to kill. Shiki-kun, you... Think straight, Yumizuka. Yumizuka looks at me as I breathe painfully. Why? Why didn't my blood work? I don't know, but it does feel like there's some mud in my body. That should be Yumizuka's vampire blood. If a mouthful of it could make me feel this sick, I can't even imagine what pain it must be for Yumizuka, whose body is filled with it. It hurts, she said. At last, I understand what she meant. Let's stop, Yumizuka-san. It doesn't help you to do this. You're sick. We have to get you to a hospital and return your body to the way it was. I don't want the girl who cares for me to be suffering anymore. But she glares at me with eyes filled with hate. Yeah, I think if you took her to a hospital, I don't think the doctors would really be able to help her with something like this. My blood is definitely mixed with your blood. I think the church would probably want to have a closer look at her, if you know what I mean. So you should already be part of my body. Could it be someone else has control over you already? Like I said, I don't understand you, Mizuka. All I understand is you're saying it's dark, cold, and lonely. All I remember is your smiling face 2 days ago, telling me to help you whenever you're in a pinch. To be honest, I don't know what kind of creature a vampire is, Oh, what the fuck, Shiki? You must never, like, watch movies or read books or anything. Holy shit. But you have to kill and suck blood to live. And if you're still in pain, then I have to try and get you back to the way you were. Yumizuka, you said it hurts. Yeah, it still hurts even now. My blood vessels are still the same as they were when I was human, so just the flow of blood hurts. Delicate and weak, they burst easily. But if I drink a lot more human blood, my blood vessels will be just fine. You said it's painful. Yes, my heart is in pain. I have to take people's blood in order to live. I don't feel like it's a crime, but it hurts. I'm painfully afraid that the person I was is going to disappear. But I wouldn't be so scared if I'm not alone. You said it's cold. Yeah, I'm so cold I feel like my fingers will freeze off. But I don't think it's bad. I just can't feel warmth anymore. You asked for help, desperately. I want help, but it's already too late. I can't go back to who I used to be, Yumizuka says, smiling just as she did back then. Why? Why did you end up that way? Why? That's what I want to know. When I woke up, I had this body and just had this thirst for human blood I needed to fulfill. It would have been so much easier if I just died instead. But I guess that can't be helped. Like people eat animals to live, I have to eat people too. What is that? What are you talking about? Why are you saying such things, Yumizuka? Unable to accept the facts, I just shout. Yumizuka is silent and only shakes her head. Why? Are you saying you can't laugh and walk and talk normally again like before? It was only 2 days ago. That's right. Just 2 days ago, I was a creature on your side. It was like a dream. I understand now that I've lost it. Yes, it was really like a dream. I would have given anything to go back. But it's impossible. I can't go back. I have to live on like this. Cold, painful, alone. Yumizuka looks down. Her cold body trembles. Help me, Shiki-kun. A faint voice escapes her throat. I'm scared. It's really cold and I'm alone no matter where I go. So please help me. I understand. I remember the trifling promise I made on the way home from school 2 days ago. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can. Really. To change you back into the old Yumizuka Satsuki, I'll do anything. But her answer is very different from mine. Oh, Shiki-kun, you're still thinking about turning me back? Honestly, you're so kind. It's a great contradiction for someone who loves to kill to be so gentle about everything else. Yumizuka chuckles happily. I told you, it's impossible. You can't help me like that, Shiki-kun. Then what should I do? There's nothing else I can do. I want to help you, but there's nothing I can do. That's not true. There is something you can do to help me, Shiki-kun. Saying so, Yumizuka steps forward. Thump. A chill runs through my back, sensing the danger. How can I help you, Yumizuka? It's easy. You just have to become my friend. Shh! Wow, that's a scary face. Red, piercing eyes stare at me, and I can't breathe. This is bad. I realize it, but my legs are not moving. Friend? What? Then I won't be alone, and I won't be cold or scared. No, if you will be mine, I'll be much happier than I ever was as a human. That's like the crazy Arcwade face. Thump. My heart beats even faster. Yumizuka reaches out with her arm straight from my neck. Her speed is like a bullet. But somehow I see it perfectly, or I felt like I saw it perfectly and drop to the ground. I twist my head desperately and throw myself to the ground. With a whoosh, Yumizuka's arms pass over my head. Can't be. Her target and the attacker. We gaze at each other in amazement. Yumizuka, you... Shiki-kun? Yumizuka looks down at me, aghast. I know I have to run away, but my body is still frozen. Thump. My heart rings like a bell. My hands grab the thing in my pocket in spite of my paralyzed mind. Yumizuka doesn't move. Only her eyes change from surprise to delight. I get it. I thought it would be simple to get you into my possession, but... Thump. Tonight will be quite entertaining, won't it, Tono-kun? Her red, piercing eyes are hungry for blood. Her arms extend brutishly, mercilessly. Every hair on my body stands on end. Before I'm torn apart, my hand takes the knife out from my pocket. Thump. The movement of my arm is faster than my voice. With a swish, the knife slashes through Yumizuka's thigh. Kya! Yumizuka screams shrilly. I look in shock at my arm. There is a bloody knife that sliced open her leg. My senses return. My body moves. Before I realize it, I'm fleeing from Yumizuka as I tremble. I breathe wildly. I just run. Why? Why did I don't know. I don't understand why or how I stabbed her. Thump. My heart rings out, and before I knew it, I had sliced her leg with my knife. Yumizuka's blood flows over the knife. The feeling of tearing flesh remains in my arm. Why? Really, why did I do such a thing? I only wanted to help Yumizuka Satsuki. Gah. Somehow, remembering her face makes my heart beat louder. Fear and excitement. Yumizuka is trying to kill me. My heart pounds in response to the danger. I, Tonoshiki, cannot compete with that creature. It's like apples and humans. Wait, what? How can the ones getting eaten oppose that which eats them? It's already like that. Just as Tonoshiki eats a tomato with no opposition, for Yumizuka Satsuki, I'm no different from a tomato. If she finds me, if she catches me, she'll kill me. So, I'm running away. I run, and feel that I'm still alive. I run through the night. For now, I just run. For what? That's clear. Because if I don't, I'll be caught. I feel the presence of Yumizuka Satsuki behind me. The presence, which felt like a needle before, gets larger and looms menacingly behind me. I run to escape. But who am I running from? It was a beautiful smile. The smiling face of Yumizuka Satsuki remembering her days at junior high school was truly gentle. Shit! Such a thing. How could such a thing happen? Yumizuka became a monster which kills people and drinks their blood. Suddenly, something hits my back and I'm knocked to the ground. Since I fell over running, my body is covered with scrapes, but my back hurts far more right now. With the impact on my back like that from a weapon, breathing becomes impossible. What? I start to say it, but the words vanish. Something falls onto the ground next to me. The thing that just smashed into me is rolling. Person? It was some guy, arms and legs twisted. Blood flows from the man's body. Red blood flows over the asphalt, staining my body red. It's a human body without a head. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. My reflexes have improved, but I guess it's a problem if my aim is too accurate. A delighted voice comes from behind me. Still on the ground, I look behind me. What I see is Yumizuka Satsuki walking with a human head in one hand. I'm sorry, Shiki-kun. It hurt, right? I just tried to surprise you by throwing it ahead of you. As she apologizes, Yumizuka tosses the severed head away. Yumizuka, what was that? Oh, this? I ran into him while I was running after you. He was being a little noisy, so I ripped off his mouth. I tasted a little of his blood, but drunk people's blood tastes so nasty. Shiki-kun, you should only choose young and healthy bodies too. Speaking pleasantly, she approaches with a smile. It's nothing like the smile from back then. Bye-bye, she said. There are no similarities with the person who waved and departed back then. You really don't think anything of killing people, Yumizuka. I don't. Talking humans and edible humans are different. Even you make a difference between friends and friends being killed, right, Tono-kun? Or between human friends. I didn't think so at first. Last night, I really hated myself too. But I had to drink blood to ease the pain. So I killed a lot of people. Each time I killed someone, my body stopped hurting and my heart hurt more. She stops for just a moment. For a moment, Yumizuka Satsuki looks down sadly. But I came to understand. Right now, it will still hurt a bit, but even that will fade. Because, beyond the guilt of killing people, the wonderful feeling of taking their lives away was many times stronger. I told you, didn't I? That I will be like you, Shiki-kun. Don't worry, I'll become a splendid vampire who enjoys killing just like you. Yumizuka approaches with a smile. That's a lie. I say so, only to realize that even that is a lie. It's such a poor lie that even I can't be deceived. It's hopeless. She's hopeless. Yumizuka Satsuki cannot be saved. Even my remaining reasoning lost to that sole conclusion. I stand up, grasping the knife tightly. She's going to suck my blood anyway. I don't plan on losing my life and becoming one of those vampires. So, there was only one thing to do from the beginning. Yumizuka, I can't save you. That's not true. If you just cooperate, we'll be happy together. No, that's a twisted happiness, Yumizuka. But, I made a promise, so I have to help you in some other way. Saying so, I take off my glasses. An ache floods my head. For the first time, I accept this vision in order to kill someone. I see. Well, I'm glad you're motivated, Shiki-kun. But it's too late. This race is already over. What just happened? In an instant, Yumizuka disappears. I see her face beside me, and at that moment, something slams into my side. My back hurts. Such a simple attack, and I'm slammed into the wall of a building. Grasping my knife tightly, I somehow manage to stand. Oh, you can still move? You're relatively strong, aren't you, Shiki-kun? Since you were always troubled by anemia, I thought you were weak. Yumizuka's voice draws nearer. Breathing. My breathing is rough. What is this? I've made a serious mistake. It's useless to expect anything from that knife. To me, you look as if you're stopped. Even if you had a gun, it would be useless. Her laughing voice is full of amusement. That's the mistake. I can see the lines along which things break, but I'm just a human who can see that. If my opponent is many times faster than me, like Yumizuka, I can't even touch those lines. In other words, against her, it's useless even if I can see these lines. Oh? Well, it can't be helped. I'm going to be a little rough. Don't worry, if your head and your heart are intact, I can do something. With a crash, everything becomes black. Yumizuka's hand grabbed my arm and threw me like that. Like a soccer ball, I was thrown and I fall to the ground on my back. I can't see. My body is in such pain I can't see anything. Hey now, shouldn't you be sleeping there, Shiki-kun? I roll to the side quickly. Right where I was before, Yumizuka's arms pound the ground. The sound of asphalt breaking apart reaches my ears. I force my numb body to move. My vision is still pitch black. All I can feel is Yumizuka's presence. You. Standing up and facing her presence, I raise my knife. I said it was useless. Why can't you just accept it calmly, Shiki-kun? Her presence nears. Thump. The sound of my heartbeat. It might be because I can't see anything. This time, I easily slip through her grasp. No way! Yumizuka's surprised voice. I know her back was facing me. But since I can't see her, I can't do anything. From there, a hostile, killing presence growing stronger. Why you? I said don't move! Her voice. Impending death. I blindly swing my knife to meet them. Kya! The sound of reddening flesh. I just sliced her arm. Crap! Yumizuka, are you okay? Saying so, I hate how stupid I am. Why am I worrying over someone trying to kill me? Ugh! My body floats. I'm hit from the front and fly through the air. My vision returns. Is it because her attack was so strong? Back alley. It seems I flew all the way to the back alley wall. I feel the hard wall against my back. My consciousness starts to fade. Still, Yumizuka mercilessly presses forward. Liar. Her voice full of hate, she swings her arm towards me. I can't move. Since I can't move, all I can do is be killed. The wall shakes. Yumizuka's arm only pounds the wall next to me. Liar! You said you'd help me when I was in a pinch. Again, she starts to break areas away from me. Why? Am I not good enough because I became like this? But I couldn't help it. I didn't become like this because I wanted to. Bam. Bam. Like a child throwing a tantrum, she keeps screaming. It hurts so much. It's so painful. But why won't you help me, Shiki-kun? You promised to help me, so why? Bam. Bam. Her forlorn, anguished voice. In this situation where she could kill me at any time, for some reason, my fear of impending death starts to fade away. Shiki-kun, if you could be by my side, I could even bear this pain. Why? Why can't you accept me? How foolish. Her words weren't ones of hate directed at me. Yumizuka Satsuki was only crying this whole time because she can't help it. Her voice dwindles away. Only able to move my finger as I look at her. How come? Yumizuka looks at my unwavering body as if she was surprised. As if she was waking from a nightmare and regretting what she's done. Shiki-kun, I never meant to. Her voice is trembling. I guess she's calmed down, but her voice still sounds like she's about to cry. It's okay. You don't need to blame yourself like that. Even if your mind and body turned into a vampire, in the end, you're still just a pitiful victim. In any case, I can't move. Yumizuka, if you say you're so alone, in so much pain, and so cold, then there's only one thing that I can do. It's okay, Yumizuka-san. Shiki-kun? You can suck my blood if you want. It's a promise. I'll be with you, okay? I think my voice was kinder than I ever was. After hesitating, she quietly kneels by me and holds me. Is it really okay? Her voice is mingled with hesitation and happiness. What? You came after me because you wanted to do that, right? Why are you hesitating now, Yumizuka-san? But I really want to, but... If I do that, I really will be hopeless. That last line barely escapes her lips. How ironic. Certainly she has become a vampire. Yet in her most important part, a human heart remains. Because her heart remains, Yumizuka Satsuki still feels pain over being a vampire. Being human. As long as that part remains human, she will be in pain. It hurts, doesn't it? So it's okay. I can't help you. So shouldn't we just do things your way? Shiki-kun. She nods. Then, she brings her lips to my neck. Shiki, you fucking dumbass. Disappearing. The remaining heart in my body fades away quickly. Quiet. Such a quiet death. I don't have any power to break free. The lines in my vision should disappear soon too. With this, it is over. Tonoshiki will soon disappear and everything will end. End. Is that okay? You will come back, right? Akiha said that. My sister I left alone for 8 years. The black-haired girl I've done nothing for as a brother. Always, Tono Akiha was alone in that mansion. Before, I faced Yumizuka with my knife to bring her salvation from death. And now, I'm giving up my life to save her with my life. But doing that, who would be saved? At least for Tonoshiki, it's not helping someone he cares the most about. Akiha, I can't die. Even if I'm wrong, I can't die now. Yumizuka, my knife moves. The line on her chest. The line on the heart of the girl who believed in herself, hoping for some last salvation. I plunge my knife deeply into it. Shiki-kun? Satsuki's lips pull back. The power there turns to nothing. Sorry, I couldn't help you, Yumizuka. This is the only way I can. If she can't escape from the pain, then at least I can let her have a painless death. I see. I knew it. You couldn't be with me, right, Tono-kun? Her voice is terribly peaceful, just like the way home in the sunset 2 days ago. But I'm still happy. Even if it was just a brief moment, you chose me, Tono-kun. Yeah, in that case, maybe dying like this isn't so bad. All the pain is gone, and the scary emotions have disappeared like magic. I feel something blowing at my feet. Looking there, I see Yumizuka's legs have turned to ash from the knees down. And it's a little warm right now. That must be your warmth, Tono-kun. She speaks happily. This pure regret. It's so much I want to die. I prepared myself. I prepared myself when I betrayed her, for whatever hateful words she might say. So why? Why this peaceful, happy voice? She doesn't even blame me at all. Sorry, I was powerless. I'm the lowest. My eyes are burning. Inside my brain, my vision wavers. Tono-kun, you are crying. You really are kind. After I did all those horrible things, you still cry for me. Yeah, that's what I liked about you most. Or the most about you. I watched you since middle school, Tono-kun, so I always knew about that side of you no one else did. Her proud voice, and the sensation of something drifting away on the wind. Her lower body doesn't exist anymore. I wanted to talk with you more, Tono-kun. Normally, just as classmates, to talk more. That's why I really didn't want to die now. I can't say anything. I don't have any words for her. At the very end, she leans her head against my forehead. But this is for sure the best way. So, don't cry, Tono-kun. You did the right thing. The sensation of the knife gets lighter. Satsuki's body doesn't have a heart anymore. It seems like I won't be able to talk anymore. Well, my house is this way. So, this is goodbye then. Yumizuka. Yeah, bye-bye, Tono-kun. Thank you, and sorry. Whoosh. Like ash scattered by the wind, Yumizuka Satsuki completely disappeared before my eyes. Her figure disappeared like it was just a mirage. All that remains is this dizziness. I killed her. I wanted to save her. I even said I would save her, but in the end, I killed her to save myself. But still, it would have been okay for her to call me a liar at the very end. If she did that, I really could have turned into a bad person. So why? Thank you. Sorry. She didn't have to thank me. There was no reason to apologize. I killed you. But still, she thanked me. That's why. I really did want to save her. My numb body stands up on its own. I can't think of anything right now. Are my mind and body separate things? Mindlessly dragging my body, I exit the alley. So that's just incredibly depressing. The door opens with a crack. Covered in wounds, I finally make it back to the mansion. Hello there. Akiha's in the lobby. Was she waiting for me this whole time? Right now, I can't understand anything. Nissan, what were you doing this whole time? What time do you think... Nissan, you look... Akiha is shocked. Why? I can't even bring myself to want to think about what's so shocking for her. Nissan, hang in there. What in the world happened? You have all these wounds, and you look terrible. I don't say anything. No, I can't say anything. I don't even know what Akiha is saying. Akiha gasps silently and then walks towards me. Huh? Anyway, I'll have to treat you. Nissan, can you walk? Yeah, I'm alive so I can walk. I'll treat your wounds, so please come to the sitting room. And take a bath. That will be impossible, so I'll have to wipe you with warm water. Akiha disappears with quick footsteps. Akiha takes care of me by herself. She wipes off my dirty body with a towel and goes so far as to make me food and accompanies me to my room. During that time, I couldn't say a single word. Then I will go back to my room. Please rest well tonight, Nissan, without even asking anything. In the end, she doesn't ask anything and quietly walks away, disappearing, just like the girl I killed. As I think that, I grab Akiha's arm. Nissan! Then, I embrace Akiha, strongly. Unable to be alone, I wanted to feel someone's body warmth. Akiha. I embrace her without thinking. Oh, please don't tell me this is going where I think it's going. Akiha doesn't say anything. Even though she definitely should pull away, she doesn't resist my trembling body. Like this. All I wanted was to stay like this. I am the worst. I confess. From my sin, and I escaped to Akiha. I wanted to save her, but I couldn't do anything. As if seeking salvation, I squeeze Akiha tighter. There's no response from Akiha. As if repelled by my weakness, Akiha pulls away. Nissan, I do not know what happened to you. I think it is something I shouldn't ask about either. I cannot give you any answers. You have to solve your own problems. So please, do not run to me for something like this. Her words are really right on target. Her rebuke is so correct, I finally return to myself. Sorry, just forget about it, please. Akiha walks to the door without answering. She tried to leave, but she suddenly stops. I will not ask what happened. But when you left, I was very frightened. I felt like you would not return. Like 8 years ago, I had the same premonition. But you did come back, Nissan. You said you were unable to save someone, but at least you were able to save me from that premonition. So, welcome back, Nissan. Just your return has made me so happy, so please keep that in mind. Saying that embarrassedly, she gives a quick bow. Akiha, that is all I have to say. I will be very clear so my slow Nissan can understand. I'm saying please don't leave your cute little sister alone again. I see. I get it. But cute? It's not right to say such things about yourself, Akiha. My little sister can't be this cute and possibly be this cute, Tsukihime edition. I finally manage a response, but with just that, Akiha gives a boastful smile. Yes, then I will see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams, tomorrow will be a new day. I won't allow you to be looking like that tomorrow. I don't really think he can help the fact that he has a ton of wounds on him. Pretty deep wounds at that. Akiha leaves. I, looking at my body covered in wounds, fall to my bed. Deep. As if I'm saying goodbye to something, I let out a deep sigh. Sorry, Yumizuka. I decided I should be full of regret after all. Everything about what happened with her will be an incredible scar. But I should believe it was the right thing to do. I know it is a sin, and I will have to accept my punishment someday. But I can't have regret for being alive right now. I'm back, Akiha. I mumble aloud my heartfelt thanks. My mind starts to drift. My exhausted mind and body swiftly approach sleep. In that instant, I thought, it's good for me to be alive. At the very least, I have a home to return to. And waiting for me there is my priceless family.